Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings.
Yellow, are you ladies? Silver.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And on this offensive unit, one guy that's proven himself early in the NFL is Eric Ebron.
A very reliable target for a quarterback. They always love tight ends because they're right in their sight lines. If you get it to this guy, though, he can take it the distance.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Luke Kuechly is absolutely amazing. Maybe the best middle linebacker in the game. Not only is he cerebral, this guy's athleticism is off the charts.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to float it. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Let's go, folks.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second and 5 now. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, you talk about safety first. Gosh, for such a rare play, kind of unbelievable how many Super Bowls recently have begun with a safety. Charles, you had Tom Brady getting called for grounding against the Giants in Super Bowl 46.
Peyton Manning with the snap over his head in Super Bowl 48.
Yep, and now here's this one. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He'll field this at the 5. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. This one into the hands of Burton. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The throw over the middle taken in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. To throw, Mayfield.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A gain there of 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. He will push his way down to about the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. with the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On second down and 4, Mayfield. Jones has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 on that one, as the Bills are going to have a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
25 yards that time.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mayfield looks to throw. Snead's got it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's got Burton here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Throwing, Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Darius Leonard coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes, the completion good. This is Eric Ebron. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Johnson running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
And a quick throw here. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
180.
On first down, Edwards. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
180.
Play fake. Mayfield completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. 6. Quick 6. That's what they call it.
Trey Burton there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 7 yards there and a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mahomes firing complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. That one complete to Wilkins, the running back. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
First down, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They've got his man complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Mayfield, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Edwards, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
He's got his tight end, Burton, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9 points.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in the offense, down by 12, a minute 53 remaining. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Throwing again on 2nd down, Mahomes, and the catch made by Johnson. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll find Miller. That's complete. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes throwing right, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Mahomes. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a fourth down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. Now here's Mahomes, and able to connect with Berrios. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage.
And oh, it's blocked. And now the Bills have it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this. Practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And these Bills make the night.